His hands are moist and full of splooge. Festering wounds start to ooze. Why you got to say those things, AC? Seepage is beyond repair. Phlegm and mucus everywhere. Why you got to say those things, AC? AC, 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 AC. Why you got to say those things, AC? AC, 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 AC. Please don't say them just because you can.
I like gross words. There's from Sean in Brooklyn there.
Splooge
and moist and festering and ooze. He wrote that too early to get Mary's sputum.
Yeah.
There. Oh, boy.
Sputum.
Sputum. But you said you told your doctor sputum.
I didn't know what it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doc, I've got a lot of sputum in my lungs.
My sputum.
I got to figure that out.
My bloody sputum.
Cavs tonight here in Cleveland. You can already see the streets of downtown Cleveland full of people pumping their collective fists and filing down the streets.
We're letting them know.
On their march to... That guy just made a whack-off. Did you see that guy? He, walked by, didn't even break his stride, and did the old, jerk-off mime motion. Thank you, sir. And then finished... in that 2-second time he was in our frame, just in time to ceremoniously throw it against our window. Thank you so much. Cavs tonight. 7:30 is your tip-off against the Knicks. The Knicks already have one up on them. So Bill will be there to cheer them on. Hashtag let them know that you're there tonight.
I think I'm popping in, too.
Oh, you're
Are you really going to the game?
On accident.
Are you taking McDreamy? He get tickets?
No.
Oh.
I have a plug. And she was like, you want to do tacos in a game? I'm like, tonight? I'm like, okay.
Who was this, your friend?
Yeah, I have a friend that...
That's great. Tacos in a game?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Tacos at the game or...
I don't know.
Oh. All right. You sound bummed out.
I don't sound bummed out.
He's like, yeah, we're going.
Maybe I'll go.
Nothing's good enough for him.
He's very
Well, I don't know what seat she has. I don't.
What do you care? It's a
for
good time. You're
free,
hanging
and
out.
it's a playoff game.
And you're hanging out with your friend.
Bite my head off. I just said I don't know what seat she has.
But that's not the important part. Your friend wants to hang out with you.
Okay. I want to hang out with her, too. I really want tacos.
He really
He's
wants
in it for the tacos.
Not
Maybe
hanging
you're
out.
straighter than you think.
Is this a friend that you hang out with frequently?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're over it.
No, I'm not over it.
You're saying that the venue, the event has to be worth it because you're so used to hanging out with this friend that it's kind of perfunctory. Like you're like, eh.
The friend I enjoy, the atmosphere I can enjoy, but it's a lot of people. It's just a lot of people.
What's a lot of people? At the game?
A sold-out playoff game, yeah.
What's the
there's
matter
gonna
with
be a
that?
lot of people.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, you're really getting that point across. He's bubbling over with excitement.
I don't care how good the seats are as long as they're better than Rob's and Bale's.
Now it comes out.
I want to be one seat, one row.
Now it comes out. That's what he wants.
I'm like, hey, guys.
I'm going to get him thrown out.
Don't get me
I know security guards there.
So do I.
We'll see who knows more.
He's gonna courtside with his friend eating tacos.
See what tribe you belong to. Ooh, it feels so good. Go team.
Go sports ball.
Go team.
Jason, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, just calling in on make a few comments there on the trains and all the sports problems going on here.
Okay.
So, I mean, I got a pretty good solution to the whole problem.
You sound like an idea man,
understand.
Jason.
Yeah, I do. I got a great idea to solve everybody's complaining.
Tell me.
I mean, I don't understand why they can't just start their own league. I mean, so, we got boys basketball, girls basketball, we got trans basketball.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
people barely watch the WNBA. You're gonna
He's not talking about a league. He's talking about like that
come
division,
on,
like
I
for
think-
like
I
high
think-
school
I
kids
mean,
and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, high school and I think it could take over professionals. I mean, who wouldn't want to tune in to watch,
Well,
some
here,
trans basketball?
but here's
I
the
mean,
thing. Here's the thing too, and I think that Jason's solution goes to the heart of another thing, which is this belief that everyone around you is becoming transgender. You'd never have enough people to have a league of transgender athletes. And so
Right.
this clickbait leads people to believe that they're peeking out their door and there's trans people coming to get them, right? This is still a minuscule sliver of the population. So it's taken on this larger than life thing because it's being used as a scare tactic for rubes. But I don't know. Listen, I'd say write your congressman, Jason. You might be onto something.
I think I am. I mean, who wouldn't tune into the
You could be a
trans
season
bowl?
ticket
I mean,
holder.
it would be great. You'd have the drag queens as the announcers. And,
Trans bowl.
That's
it'd be
another thing.
great. Yeah.
Oh, drag queens as the announcers.
I mean,
Okay,
you
yeah.
got-
I mean, you're including everybody.
All right. Well, you
Sure.
might be
yeah,
honest.
you got women
Yeah.
taking testosterone and men taking,
What's
the
the other one,
female
Jason?
stuff. And
What's the other one?
Estrogen. Come on, Jason. You're doing so good.
The estrogen.
The
So, I
estrogen,
mean, I
right.
think that should put him on an even playing field. It'd be great.
Well, you might be onto something there. All right, thank you, Jason. There's Jason out in Wakeman. And if he has a girlfriend or a wife, or both, might be chagrined to know that the estrogen didn't pop to his mind. Well, there you go. Trans ball
Who never
coming,
wants to touch my vagina?
coming to a sports arena near you. This is why we need a dome on the new Cleveland Browns Stadium. So when trans ball gets in there, all the hill rods screams will be kept underneath the roof. We won't have to hear them as we walk by. Just another thing to consider.
I love you. But please don't touch my vagina.
If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, you can always leave us messages there. A little talkback button.
What up, Alan? I used to work at Enterprise Car Rental out at the airport, and your experience and Mary's experience is probably right. Some cars you get will have all the bells and whistles, all the fancy lights, all the whatever. Some cars are just strip downs. They won't have anything. You won't even have power windows. You'll have to manually roll the windows down. That's how some of these cars are. It's just hit or miss which ones you get when you rent them, unless you specify.
Unless you specify. How would I specify, hey, give me...
Oh, there's like luxury upgrades and stuff like that.
Dude, if I got a rental car that I'm paying to use every day that doesn't have power windows, I would be furious.
Ooh, in the
$70 a day, $100 a day to roll down? No, absolutely not.
Well, I would imagine a car like that would probably be less than $70 a day. But again, that was my point, that this 4Runner that we rented in Sedona, the doors felt hollow. So to his point about things getting stripped down, I completely believe that, because you'll sit in the car and you'll look in there and you'll go, this has no bells or whistles in it. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell when you get in a car, you go, oh, this is a stripped down rental car. No, I didn't request that. That's what they gave me. That's fine. A lot of these places now, you just put in your reservation and you walk out to the lot. Used to be they gave you a car. Now they walk out and they go, which one you want?
Yeah.
And I saw a Toyota 4Runner. It's nice and big. Toyotas are great. I go, yeah, give me that one. But you get in there and you're like, oh, this is, which is fine. I don't need all that stuff. I needed to be able to drive me there and back. Is what I need.
In the last days of my Mercury, the window on the passenger side, whether the power button worked, but it would not roll down. So it was just like stuck in like limbo, like a crack always. So I would always have to like push it up with my hands. The back windows, they weren't used enough to be rolled down, so they didn't roll down. And if they did, good luck getting them back up. The only thing that worked was my passenger side window. But again, I had like...
That's the most important one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had my
The passenger side window.
I'm sorry, my driver's side window.
Oh,
My passenger
well.
side window did not work.
So you need a passenger side one, because if you have a best friend, they need to be hollering.
Well, I
people.
was always worried if I would get.
On the passenger side.
Yeah.
I was always worried if I got pulled over. I didn't want them to think that I was like, because they come to the passenger side window if you're on the highway, and I'm like, I can't roll my window down. I have a hoopty, dude. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Hoopty.
You want me to get out of the car because this is not going to work well.
Sir, I've requested 0 scrubs. Yeah. I sent our first full day in Sedona. We went up to Jerome, Arizona, which is about 45 minutes north of Sedona.
Next to Jermaine.
I'm sorry?
Is it next to Jermaine?
It's next to 2 Jessies.
Okay. I don't know why that tickled me. I just had to say it.
That's all right. It's a free exchange of ideas around here, right? It tickled him. He liked it. Jerome, Arizona, though, they have something called the Gold King Mine Ghost Town. And you go way up there, and it's an old mining town. And the reason that they say it's a ghost town is because, way back in the day, when they didn't have a whole lot of laws, they had like a murder a day. And so the whole place is supposed to be haunted and blah, blah, blah. And you go down into the town and Maynard Keenan's record store is there. And it's like a little bitty downtown. So a lot of people are going to Jerome just to shop. But I ended up sending a photo to my mom and my siblings while we were at this ghost town, because in the back, they got some chickens and goats and things like that. But they also have these super old pieces of machinery. And one of them was stamped with the name of a company that my dad used to work for, a company called Woodward Governor. And it was embossed into this old gear. And I sent it to my siblings and my mom because they love that stuff. My mom loves that kind of stuff. I go, hey, look at this. And that way, they got to, I don't know, Mary, this is Mary's thing, right? When you think that a ghost is talking to you or whatever.
Yes.
We're in a ghost town, and here's a thing out of nowhere, off to the side, giant piece of machinery, stamped with the name of a company that used to employ my father as an engineer.
That's
Did you
pretty
feel,
cool.
That is cool.
Obviously,
Did you feel like your dad was there with you saying, okay.
Obviously, the equipment predated his employment there by many, many years, but it was still pretty wild to see, and I sent it right off to my family. I said, hey, look at this. And then my mom sends me a big, long text back, which is great. I mean, that's what, Did I feel like my dad was there? Is that what you said?
Hey, Dad.
No.
I can't believe you
there
don't
are.
feel
For a
like that
connection?
ever.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know how I feel?
Because you
You
say it.
you just asked me right now if I felt like my dad was there, and somehow that became how you don't ever feel that way. I feel like my father is around all the time. I don't need a gear to reinforce, right?
But are there any things that, are there any signs where you think, oh, that's definitely my dad. That's something my dad would do, and he's trying to send a message to me from the other side.
Well, okay, those
you
are
ever
two.
think about
Those
that?
are two competing thoughts right there. The first half of your sentence, do you ever see something that's something my dad would do? And I go, yeah, of course. The second half, he's trying to talk to me. No, that's not how.
I didn't say talk to me, but
he's sending a message.
Listen,
you a
he's going to
message.
send
No.
a message. He's using Alexa. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't. My brain doesn't work that way. But fortunately, my Alexa does.
This is your father speaking from the Alexa.
Right. I mean, he sounds like he's in a car, though, doesn't he? That's
Yeah,
no
that
good.
time
Oh, this is your father
That one's a little
speaking from the Alexa.
What's
Yeah.
your mom's new boyfriend do? Like,
Shut
is there
up,
anything
Bill.
That's going to remind you.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
My mom isn't dating.
Okay, so you didn't play the Samuel L. Jackson clip because she's dating Samuel L. Jackson.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. You got it. You'd have to be excited about that.
What I?
Yeah. He's. I think he's 70 now.
What the hell's that got to do with
Your
anything?
mom's,
Age appropriate?
Yeah, age appropriate.
No. How would they ever cross paths? I've never even met them.
Maybe they meet at church. I don't know.
At church.
Yeah.
He's
The
trying to.
cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the f*** to sleep.
That's how he's serenading my mother.
Mhm.
No, nothing like that.
She probably wouldn't be a fan of the salty language.
That's just oh, my mom's got she's got a sharp tongue.
Oh, okay.
She's not a prude by any means.
That's what I'm hearing.
My brain doesn't work that way. I'm sure there are plenty of people who would see something like that and go, oh. But that thing was there long before my dad died.
Yeah, I've never.
I feel like and I have never had this happen. I mean, my grandmother died of cancer when I was really little, so I didn't have a chance to have this discussion. But if my mom was on like her deathbed, I would be like, Mom, I'm going to tell you like a code word. Like, just say something that I'm not going to tell anyone who it is.
Yeah,
like,
that's what Harry Houdini did.
Mm-hmm.
And
when Harry Houdini died, he told his wife, I will contact you with this word, and any medium who cannot deliver this word to you is lying.
You got to make sure
it's never, ever happened.
You can't be something like, I love you.
No, I mean, you just think of something and then, but like it might appear, it might be on a calendar or something, or it might be in a movie or something. Like, I don't necessarily think a medium would say it, but it might just appear on a piece of paper. And you're like, that is so random. This is the exact word I said to my mother when she passed. Like, hey, connect with me with this word. And here it is. Now, I've never had that experience, but I feel like that's something that I would want, because I already know my mom wouldn't want me to talk to a medium. She's against that. That's against our religion, and she wouldn't like that. But as far as communicating from the other side, I know my mom's love goes beyond this world, so she would definitely try if she could. So if there was any indication that I could do that, I would do it.
Right. I mean, again, it precludes a belief in an other side, which I don't believe in. So people who do, though, they go, hey, listen, I mean, who's to say what means what? If it means something to you, then that's the important part.
But that doesn't make you sad that you don't think there's anything on the other side?
No, it comforts me.
Why does that comfort you?
Because
that means we're done.
It's important.
I feel like that's the ultimate justice.
I think people need to get more in their heads that this is it.
No.
You think of how poorly people act when they just can't wait to get this over because their great reward is coming after this.
Think about the people that were robbed of life, like young kids that died. The only justice I would see.
That's life.
But the only justice I would feel that they have, I'm like, okay, they're in a better place. Like, they are getting their just reward on the other side.
That's right. And that's very comforting for people. That's where that all comes from.
See, I don't have your brain. Clearly.
I know.
I can't.
I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's not how, and I'm not wired to believe I was raised to believe that. There's just no evidence. I like evidence, man.
I'll put in a good word to Jesus for you.
Great.
Well, what if you get on the other?
Wouldn't it
but what if you
stand
get on the other side and it's not Jesus that was running things? What if it's Buddha or some crap like
Wouldn't
that?
it stand?
You
It would
feel all
stand a
stupid,
reason,
right?
It would stand a reason that after billions of years, one person would have gotten through from the other side.
Maybe they haven't. You just won't believe them.
No. I mean irrefutable proof.
Anything can be refuted.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
What? You mean anything can be refuted? What, you're a flat earther now?
No, but what I'm saying
there are
is
things that can be proven and things that cannot be proven.
As someone who believes so deeply in science, science is always learning. They thought the atom was the smallest thing in the world until they split it open.
But they are not subtracting information. They are always adding information.
No, I'm not saying that information would be subtracted. I'm saying that just because something isn't scientifically proven yet doesn't mean it never will be.
I'm not saying it won't be. And the day that the afterlife is proven, I will be right there in front to bullhorn to everyone that I was wrong. Except a lot of people will be wrong then.
Sure.
And you will, by the way, if it were proven to be right, you would accidentally be right. It's not that
everyone's accidentally right.
Well, no, it's not that you knew.
Faith.
It's not that you knew or right. Faith in a belief.
Yeah.
Science is not a belief. Science is something that can be proven over and over and over again. It can be replicated.
Sure.
Over and over and over
Just
again.
like this conversation.
But you can be.
And on that note, I got a break.